Welcome to the weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. So let's take a look at this week's graph. Chicago had 16 homicides, 2 of which happened during the city's 34th mass shooting this year. Philadelphia is still doing their best to keep pace with Chicago, but fell 3 short this week with 13 homicides. Baltimore had only 4 homicides this week. They've had less than 6 in each of the last 4 weeks. Milwaukee had 4 homicides last week, which is pretty normal for them. They are 29 higher than they were at this point last year, and last year broke their homicide record. Washington, D.C. had 5 homicides, and they sit 4 higher than they were last year at this time. And we're keeping Minneapolis on here for a while because it's just a matter of time till that place just blows up. 2 mass shootings last week and 3 homicides. Prior to last week, they averaged 1 homicide every 4 days. So 3 in 1 week is a lot for there. There were 17 mass shootings last week. I did a video covering 15 of them, but 2 more were reported for September 14th after that video posted. I'll put a link to that in the description. But in addition to those, Miami and Milwaukee each had 1. This was Miami's 9th this year and Milwaukee's 7th. No one died in either, but 5 were injured in Miami and 4 were injured in Milwaukee. Neither story is very interesting, just a bunch of adult males doing what adult males do, which is apparently shooting each other these days. 4 children under the age of 11 and 24, aged 12 to 17, were shot and killed. You would have expected these numbers to go down a little bit with school starting in that, but they haven't. There were 22 defensive use of a firearm incidents reported. I didn't cover any of those, but I'm going to try to start getting back to doing them. I 100% believe this is the only way the average citizen is going to stay safe until we vote out all the bad politicians, get rid of bad DAs and judges, and hold criminals accountable. The criminal must be taught to fear his victim. I did a video on this subject a couple weeks ago. Some other videos from this past week that you might have missed. Minneapolis, a ticking time bomb video, is a must-watch if you live up that way. The city is on the verge of serious self-destruction. Also, a short podcast-style video on Illinois' new Safety Act that will make the state the least safe state in the country. This will make Louisiana very happy, though, because they've held that honor for the last 34 years, and maybe after next year, they could move down to the 2nd most dangerous state in the country. I did a couple stories on the out-on-bond murderers, and another on a murderer whose charges were dropped due to reasons of insanity, who is out doing online dating. That sounds safe. And another on bond and how it makes America less safe. Links to all of these will be in the description. Well, that's all I got for you today, but I'll be back next week with the week 38 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.